how hard could perfect really be?
Appearances for me isn't really a priority.
It's becoming my ultimate goal. I want to be perfect. In a month's time, this is where I need to be.
I'm going to reduce my overall calorie count by half and only have 500 calories a day.
No, I would caution you strongly against doing it.
I hate this machine. Really freaks me out.
Sweated out all the juice that I've had this week. I've experienced true hunger. I feel like I tell people about what I'm doing and they just look at me as if I could never reach perfect. I guess you could definitely say that I'm become obsessed with this.
Struggling to comprehend my addiction to torture, I mean perfection, I moved on to week 8 trying the Queen of Slim, Victoria Beckham's alkaline diet. I also have to dance like Posh Spice herself with pole dancing and finish the week off with a colonic irrigation. Having survived last week purely on liquids, I was so afraid of the potential weight gain when introducing solid foods back into my diet.
This week is the alkaline diet.
The alkaline diet skyrocketed in 2013 after Victoria Beckham confirmed via tweet that she was a happy follower of the lifestyle. Not only is this rake-thin pop star kicking goals in the husband department, but she also seems to know what she's talking about when it comes to slim. The diet involves eating mainly alkaline foods, such as veggies, fruits, egg whites, lentils, and some grains, in order to keep the body's pH levels between 7.35 and 7.45.
You should only eat 80% alkaline foods and 20% acidic foods. So this is my omelette, and this would be probably about 300 calories. It's very good.
With 3 weeks left, I continued to restrict my diet. I knew this mentality was bordering on unhealthy, but I was determined to give it all I had.
So last week was the juice diet. This diet and probably the baby food was the ones where I really felt like I was starving myself.
Yeah,
And
well,
it
for
was-
good reason, because you were.
Energy was really like have some moments of feeling great and then just completely burn out.
So what's on the cards for this week?
This week is the alkaline diet,
Alkaline diet.
which is infamous because Victoria Beckham, probably the thinnest, leanest, smallest waist in the world.
Well, she's
renowned.
tiny.
Yeah.
She looks frail.
Yeah, is
But-
the big endorser of this diet.
So all the theory that it is based on is rubbish, but the actual diet itself isn't terribly unhealthy. Loads of fruit and veg, nice sources of protein. But if you get sucked into the theory side of things, you're leading yourself off down the garden path. You said you've still got a kilojoule limit,
Yes.
which I think is ridiculous. On record, ridiculous.
So I just got back from seeing Fiona. I was really shocked at how embarrassed I was to tell her about doing the 500 calories again. I kind of wanted to keep it a secret from her. I wasn't eating much last week and I think that's why I lost so much. So if I eat more this week, I'm so scared to gain weight. So I'm going to keep it at 500 calories, regardless of what she says. Just a bit of a chaotic relationship with food at the moment. You know, it's all I can think about, but yet it's kind of the enemy in this whole dieting process.
And to distract my mind from food, I enrolled myself in classes that were particularly foreign.
Looks like you need lots of flexibility.
Call me oblivious and naive, but here I thought pole dancing was just a Saturday night special in the sleazy parts of the city. It turns out pole dancing is a full body workout. It is resistance training and cardio all in one. It's no surprise pole dancers have said they've never looked or felt better. Not surprising again is that voluptuous Baywatch babe and Playboy pinup Carmen Electra is a huge fan of the fitness regime. And if I can turn as many heads as this bouncing blonde, well then I'm spinning around.
Pole dancing is a really good workout. It's both cardio and strength based. So you're going to get your heart rate up and you're going to be doing a lot of isotonic and isometric movements to build your muscles. I lost quite a few kilos doing pole, and I toned up everywhere. Climbing up the pole, that's your core and your arms. Leaning out to the side, you've got your obliques, you know?
Yeah.
Not one thing gets missed out. You need to pull away from the pole. So outside step, outside step. You're doing your tippy toes on this foot. Don't let this distance close. Stay leaning away, leaning away, leaning away, leaning away. Hook. Now stay leaning away like this.
Tonight, I went to a friend's fundraiser at a bar. I was getting lots of compliments. You know, on one hand, I feel great and I don't think I've ever been noticed. And then on the other hand, I'm standing there just feeling miserable, taking lots of toilet breaks just to get out of the room so I could just have a little peace and quiet. I think small in our society is just the desired thing, so it's great to try and fit into that category. I just feel like I'm becoming someone I'm really not. After already exercising 2 hours and then going to the PT, it was exhausting and I thought I was gonna faint. I started seeing the blurry vision, black spots. It's horrible to be worried that you're going to faint when you exercise, but it's just becoming second nature.
3, 2, 1, and time. First 10 calories, nice work. Plus 73, that gives you 86. How on earth did you do that? That's your best score. Last round, best score. Nice work. And you can collapse on the floor if you want it. Water if you need it. Well done.
Every single instinct in my body is telling me to stop doing this, but it's my cuckoo head up here that won't let me.
Already struggling with the alkaline diet and pole dancing, I was extremely hesitant about my next, would you say, beauty treatment? Normally a hush-hush topic, colon hydrotherapy has been voguing on the red carpet for a while now. The ever-youthful Material Girl, aka Madonna, credits the colon cleanse with keeping her in shape. She claims it helps improve well-being, reduces bloating, and gives her higher energy. The process involves a tube that is inserted into the rectum to deliver water and flush toxins out of the body. Well, touched for the very first time I was.
Are you nervous, darling?
Yeah, a little.
Okay, nothing to be nervous about, and as I said to you, at any time that you want me to stop, we will. Lots of lube. See, you're a new girl. I'm just going to have a look for one moment. Just lift your lip. There we go. Breathing in. I'm going to insert.
Wow.
That's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people also have fear that they're going to mess on the table. So rest assured you're not, if you're feeling that. That is usually their first fear, that they don't want to make a big mess, so they subconsciously hang on to it. You heard the old saying, hanging on to your shoes? Or a person to start crying uncontrollably when they're having a release because they're releasing a lot of emotions.
Does it naturally feel a little bit nauseous?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had people actually vomiting on the table, but they feel fabulous afterwards.
I felt really nauseous and uncomfortable. I got home and I just ate, and I ate around 800 calories again, and I really wasn't meant to. I had to get out of bed because I felt so guilty, and I did 60 or 70 sit-ups and then went back to bed. I've still got a lot of problem areas and lumps and bumps and rolls, you know. I've still got lots of weight to lose. I look in the mirror and I don't see perfect at all.
Mentally and physically exhausted, I was actually thankful my next diet was so simple. Week 9 consisted of the lemon detox diet, getting down and dirty with an extreme obstacle course, and having my first laser freckle removal treatment. But once again, I weighed myself to see if the last 2 months of dieting had me anywhere closer to perfection.
Just really anxious.
Alright. What did you weigh last week?
85.3.
Right. Go, Maddie.
Oh my god. I don't understand. Just have to try harder. I'm just really mad at myself.
Why are you mad at yourself?
I don't know, just like, it doesn't make sense, so I must be doing something wrong. So I think for the next 2 weeks I'm just going to dedicate myself completely to losing weight and dieting in this more than uni.
Has that become more important to you than uni?
Yeah, I don't want to gain weight anymore. Like, I want to get to...
Your ideal weight?
Yeah. It was just heartbreaking to see that it gained weight on the scales. I don't understand how eating so little and exercising so much and still gain weight. I want to lose another 9-ish kilograms. You know, I want to get my BMI low. I want it to be healthy. I guess if I reach that in the next 2 weeks, I won't be disappointed with myself. I'll be happy with myself.
This week is the Master Cleanse, or lemonade diet, or lemon detox diet, or whatever name you want to call it. The diet consists of a drink made of lemon juice, maple syrup, cayenne pepper, and water, specifically suited for extreme weight loss and cleansing. Beyoncé claims she used the diet for 14 days, leading up to her role in Dreamgirls. And knowing that solid foods made me gain weight last week, I decided to follow in Queen Bee's footsteps and stick with this liquid diet for the next 2 weeks.
So, for the next 14 days, for week 9 and 10, I will be living on nothing but laxative teas, salt water in the morning, and this. Oh, it's very sweet and lemony. It's scary to think that having the energy for 3 hours exercise is dependent on this glass.
Knowing now that this diet was anything but healthy, I could already tell that Fiona would disapprove, but nothing she would say would change my mind.
You're going to end up malnourished after 2 weeks, but you would end up more malnourished, potentially with serious malnourishment, if you followed it for an extended period of time.
It's most renowned by Beyoncé for saying that she did it for 14 days and lost 9 kilograms, so I'm going to do the same. If I did that, I'd get to my goal weight.
Okay, the only nutrient in there essentially is carbohydrate in the form of sugar that you get to drink. Your muscle tissue will waste away. That includes your heart tissue and your guts, muscles as well. So
it doesn't cleanse toxins, that is.
Amazingly, we have kidneys and livers that do that, and our lungs even.
I'm starting to get anxious when I haven't calorie counted or written stuff down or have a log.
At the beginning of this, Maddie always spoke about going down a dress size, and now she has an ideal one that she wants to get down to, and it's a dress size smaller than she originally thought.
So, great example of how a diet it's a entry point into eating disorders, and that's how it happens. The more you obsess, it just feeds normal human anxieties to start with, and then put on top of that you're a woman and that there's all these pressures placed on us media-wise, and then that you can have numbers, and numbers obsess people too. This is extreme to the extreme in terms of fad diets.
But if I want to achieve perfection, maybe extreme is just what I need. Forget 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, or even triathlons. Obstacle course races are trending right now. You just never know what's around the corner. With Khloe Kardashian growing up her whole life compared to Kim and Kourtney, it is no wonder this reality mogul is a fan of the competitive sport. Not only does this fitness craze require a combination of endurance, strength, and flexibility, but also balance and mental toughness.
It said after 3 days you'll get into it and you start to feel great. That is such a lie. Such a lie. Oh. Every time I reach a goal, I realise that it's still not good enough. No matter what diet I do, no matter what beauty treatment I've done, no matter what exercise I've done so far, you know, I've nearly tried everything. I'm still not perfect. I'm still not fit enough. I'm still not happy. I'm still not the social butterfly life of the party. I'm still not balancing things. You know, I'm not going to work. I'm barely keeping up with uni. None of that really matters. I have an assignment tomorrow. I'm so far behind in all 4 of my subjects. So I've got my dinner and I'm off to pull an all-nighter.
How you feeling?
Pretty sick.
Have you eaten today?
I just want to go back to bed.
She's not going to come to class today.
It's coming up to 6 days of not eating any food. I'm just so tired. I can't do it all. I haven't been able to fit in 3 hours exercise most days this week. I feel so guilty. I get really anxious about it and feel really disappointed in myself, and the rest of the day not doing the 3 hours, I feel really like sloppy and fat, you know. I just feel really disgusted by myself.
With the deadline to be perfect constantly looming, I desperately tried all forms of scrubs, teas and pills that were recommended to help me shed those extra kilos, lumps and bumps.
Did you ever think you'd be standing in front of the camera in your meeting?
No. It's a little daunting, to be honest. I still don't think I'm ready.
But do you feel more comfortable than you ever have in a bikini right now?
Yeah.
Having developed more insecurities than freckles on my face, I hoped laser removal treatment would put an end to it all. While some people are paying to get their freckles tattooed on, others are paying to rid themselves of any spots or dots. Pigmentation removal uses laser light to absorb the pigment in freckles without harming the surrounding tissue. One session could remove your freckles, but for top results, specialists tend to recommend multiple treatments. Even our favourite redhead mess and ultimate mean girl, Lindsay Lohan, has spent thousands upon thousands in ditching her freckly parent trap appearance.
What we want to do first of all, we're just going to take a quick image of your skin.
I'm excited to see the results, but I'm really nervous about the pain.
So with laser sessions and with any pigment sessions, like a tree, we chop it down to the base where you can perhaps see a faint colour difference in the skin where the pigment used to be. We're going to start at the ear, okay? This one, 1, 2, 3. How is that? Are you okay?
Yeah, that was fine.
All right. Are you feeling okay?
Yes.
You're all right. We're a little tiny bit left, okay?
Yeah.
Great. How are you feeling? All
It's
done.
fine.
You can sigh of relief now.
That's amazing. As much as I hate this diet and it makes me feel awful, like a miserable, pathetic human being, a part of me, in true honesty, I kind of like it because I think it's some form of punishment for gaining weight. You know, it's drastic, it's extreme, and I like the power that I feel, the control of being able to not allow myself to eat, being able to punish myself for gaining weight.
Alright?
Yeah, I'm good. All I know is that I'm not happy with who I'm becoming. I'm just so hungry. What I wouldn't give for pancakes or a big sandwich. Apparently, if you swim in really cold water, it speeds up your metabolism. I'm obsessed about the number of calories I eat, how many hours exercise I do. This is the first time I've really been to the beach in a
bikini.
I don't feel like a human being anymore. What is it? I'm terrified of not being good enough.
Maddie is teetering on actual medical condition now.
You need to stop what you're doing and just go back to a more reasonable lifestyle.
My last beauty treatment. I don't feel like I'm ready just yet. I really don't want to do it.